Hello, welcome to a short discussion with one of the best speakers at the CEEMC 2024 in Prague. I'm delighted to have you here with us, Filipa Ledic.
Thank you so much, Steve. I'm delighted to be here with you as well.
Great. Now, could you just take us back and say where did the
Mhm.
idea come from for you to moot? Had you mooted before, or was the CEMC your first experience?
CMC was actually my first moot experience. I was debating in high school, so I had kind of let's say, experience in oral presentations and discussions, but moot CMC was actually my first time mooting, and it was probably the most valuable experience I had throughout my law studies. So, yes, I think that CMC actually broadened my legal horizons, to say, and also made me the legal professional I am today. Gave me actually the roots of what I am today. So it was definitely one of the best, if not the best, experience I had throughout my law school. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic to hear. How did you hear about us, about the competition?
CMC is actually one of the, let's say, best moods we have. Our law school in Zagreb was being a member of for a very a lot of years back.
Hmm.
And I was also the legal assistant, student assistant at the Department of the European Union Public Law. And I heard a lot of great stuff about CMC by the coaches, who are the professors from the Department of the EU Public Law, as well as my colleagues who have also participated in CMC, and I was actually debating in my head, should I go to another moot court or to CMC, and I decided to take part in the CMC, and I didn't regret it, not a single time. So, yes.
Great. You mentioned your colleagues in the
Mhm.
team. I mean, of course, the team performed exceptionally well,
Yeah.
and made it all the way to the final. And I was in the room while the judges were debating who should be the winner. And trust me, it was a very hard fought debate and a very close result. But did you know your team, your colleagues before?
So we knew each other from the classes, but most of us didn't hang out before. But we clicked really good. I think we were a really strong girl power team. There were four of us girls, and we got along really well. All four of us were really keen on learning a lot about EU law, and we encouraged each other to be the best versions of ourselves. And we also, I think, our team accomplishment as well as my individual accomplishment was, m- let's say, mostly because of our team experience and our team spirit we had, because we really encouraged each other to be the best versions of ourselves, and I think that it was really visible in the courtroom as well. And yes, it was all three of the girls were really close to my heart, and definitely were were which made the whole CMC experience that good as well.
Fantastic. Have you stayed in contact since the competition finished?
Yes, we all have been in contact, yes.
Excellent.
And with
And
with our coaches as well. I think we were really one of the closest teams Zagreb team has delivered to the CMC so far. So yeah.
absolutely. Um, so, what would you say to people who are uncertain about whether to be getting involved with a
Mhm.
mood competition? In particular, I think people uh, think, and they're right in thinking, my life is busy. I have other things. Do I really want to be sit sitting with EU law books and dealing with other things when I could be doing many more exciting things. What would you say to someone who's maybe thinking about doing it, but they're not quite sure whether it's for them?
I would definitely say to those persons that they should not hesitate and that they should join the CMC, because it is very it is a great opportunity to get an insight on how the legal profession will look like after the law school is finished. So you get a chance to actually be involved in a case and to kind of give yourself the creative freedom to argue on the topics that you will probably not, maybe not that exact topic that you will get in the moot court competition, but you will get the experience and let's say kind of the self-awareness and self-confidence to argue and get creative in the legal space, because in my opinion legal profession is one of the most creative, even though a lot of people do not agree, but I really think that it is, because you really need to get creative in getting someone to agree with your stance and your arguments. And I think that mood really, CMC especially, gives you this opportunity on the highest level. So I will definitely say to those people, do not hesitate, join the mood. You don't have to just be by your books and study by heart. I think that the true legal experience and legal knowledge actually comes from being participating in stuff like like moot. And I think that mooting is definitely one of the best experiences a law student can take a part in. So if I would go back in my legal studies, I would probably maybe go to, I don't know, even more moods than this one. But yes, I think that once you finish law school, you get a sense of what the mood did for you and how it actually prepared you for uh, legal, for working in the law field, especially if you decide to go in the law firm way. So
Yep,
yes.
absolutely. And I think that's absolutely true. And if someone's going to be an advocate, it doesn't matter whether they're going to be arguing about criminal law, civil
Of
law,
course,
administrative law.
yes.
It's the skills of persuasion that are what you really need. And those same skills of persuasion can be extremely useful if you're doing an M&A deal or a
Of
negotiation
course,
or
of
asking
course.
your boss for a pay rise or anything. It's all the art of persuasion, and mooting really causes you to focus on how to persuade someone else to your viewpoint. Those people that you had to persuade, they in the moot will have been judges. What
Yeah.
was your experience of the judging process? Because some of our judges are
Mhm.
very high profile,
Of
and
course.
they don't come any higher in European law than the CEMC judges. What was your experience about being on the other side of the bench?
So it was actually a mixed feeling moment, being especially in the finals when we were mooting before the grand chamber. So I was frightened, but also honored at the same time, because I got the opportunity to express my opinions and to defend my position and to plead before, as you said, one of the highest figures in the EU law or law field, yeah, in a nutshell. So it was really honoring and frightening, yes, but it really, for me, it gave me wings, let's say, to fly and to prove myself that I actually have chosen the best profession I could for myself, because I stood there and defended my position and I answered their questions, and it was a really good feeling afterwards to be able to actually argue with the one of the one of the best in the law field. Yeah,
Well,
it was
let me,
amazing.
as someone who watched the moot,
Hmm.
let me tell you that you didn't seem to be
Oh,
frightened. So you were doing a very good impression. Hiding it very well, as were
thank
your
you.
team members and all of the members. I think we're always delighted, and I'm no longer surprised by this, but just delighted because the quality of the advocacy throughout the competition. But of course, as we get towards the final rounds, then the
Mhm.
quality is absolutely exceptional. Um, Now, because of your exceptional advocacy, you were chosen to be one of the two best speakers. We have two best speaker awards, and you were chosen to be one of those best speakers. And the result of that was that you were offered a stage, a short
Mhm.
internship at the Court of Justice. So, having gone from the law books, which is a bit theoretical, into something that's much more practical of the moot and talking to these judges, well, then you took one step further and went as practical and real life as it possibly can be by going to Luxembourg and
Mhm.
spending some time at the court. So, how was that? Tell us about that.
Oh, actually, first when my name was when I heard my name that I was the best speaker and that I got the opportunity to spend a week at a cabinet of EU law judge or advocate general. I didn't know it at the time. I was really positively shocked and happy. And I was waiting for this opportunity to be realized for a few months, and I was really, really, really happy to be able to go to the cabinet of Advocate General Spunar, who is one of the, let's say, one of the best in the field of copyright law, which is my passion. Which was really funny because in CEEMC 2024, one of the main topics was the EU copyright law. So it was a dream come true for me. So once I got the opportunity to go to Mr. A.G. Spunar's cabinet, I was so happy, and I really had like butterflies in my stomach. So yeah, it was really nice. It was short, but it was so insightful and so they really welcomed me like I was a part of their team. They the whole cabinet and Mr. A.G. Spunar, they welcomed me, and they encouraged me to participate um, in their um, let's say I participated in rendering his opinions in some cases in French language, so it was great. It was kind of a challenge, but also really great because I got the opportunity to see in first hand how does this process look like, and it was wow. I was like, wow, I hope I will get a chance to spend more time in Luxembourg in the future because I liked it really much. And um, I also got the opportunity to hear some Grand Chamber pleadings and hearings, and it was really a surreal experience, to be honest. So I'm really grateful both to the CMC and Mr. A.G. Spunar's cabinet for giving me this opportunity because, yeah, it all kind of made sense afterwards, and I felt like really, really happy both as a person and as a young legal professional. So, yes.
Fantastic. Of course, we're extremely grateful to A.G. Spunar for having invited you to join his cabinet. He's a great person. He was a
Mhm.
mooter himself,
Yeah.
and he continues to support all aspects of mooting and the CEEMC and the British Law Centre in general. So, thank you, Maciej, if you're watching. So, well. on the having looked at the origins of your team and then the success of your team, and then you going on and visiting Luxembourg, are you putting any of this into practice now? Now that you're working in a law firm at the moment, are you?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So, are you
Mhm.
able to put into real life any of the things that you studied or learned or skills that you acquired?
Actually, I am. I think because of the mood, I got this really great, let's say, a plus, like an added value as a young legal professional, because I am really quick in legal research, when especially EU law legal research, and also I have this kind of a niche knowledge of understanding the courts or CJU's wordings, which are not that easy to understand if you're not either French or English speaker,
Hmm.
native speaker. So I think that was actually a challenge for me and my team in the first months of preparations, to actually kind of understand what the court wants to say in those big, big, big sentences and everything. So now, the CMC actually gave me that expertise, let's say, and I'm currently um, the go-to person in my law firm whenever something EU law pops out, to kind of summarize it and say it in a plain language, let's say. Yes, so I'm actually I'm very positively surprised how often actually um, I get to use my knowledge I learned throughout the CMC and in my everyday work. So, and I also despite even though uh, even when I'm not working, I'm also trying to stay on track and focused on everything that is happening in EU law, writing some articles as well, because especially for example, when it comes to pastiche exception in EU copyright law, yeah, that was one of the questions, moot questions we had in our CMC 2024. I actually wrote my master thesis on
Wow.
this as
Okay.
well. So yeah, I've been researching that a lot. So yeah, I'm really, really happy for everything CMC gave me, both in my personal and my work life. And I really get to show everything I've learned as and give it to my law firm as an added value. So this is also a reason why I would encourage law students to go to CMC, because you will definitely, if you participate in the CMC, you will definitely get the knowledge not every law student has, and it will give you the opportunity to get yourself a better work opportunity and to become a young legal professional with something in your CV, which will actually be valuable for whatever law field you choose, but especially law firms and advocacy. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having helped to make the 2024 competition such high level, so enjoyable, and really was the Champions League of mooting, and you did exceptionally well. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and you and all the other CEMCers are part of the family now. So I hope that you'll stay in touch. I hope that you'll
Of course.
convince people at the university to do mooting. And of course, there's some extra work involved. Of course, there is. But like anything else in life, you get out of it what you put into it. And anything
Of course.
that's worth doing, then it's going to need a little bit of work. But I hope you managed to maintain some kind of a private life and it didn't completely
Of
dominate your
course. Yeah.
studies, etc. So, well, Filipa, thank you for having made the competition great and your team. We look forward to seeing Zagreb at the many, many future CEMC.
Of course, Steve.
And who knows, maybe we'll be seeing you in a more permanent role at the Court of Justice at some
Yeah,
stage.
maybe.
Well,
We'll see.
good luck in everything as regards your career, and take care. Thank you very much for having spoken with me
You
today.
too as well. You too as well. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye.